What up, homies? It's your boy Nate here from Aurorawave, coming at you live from Lake Tahoe Reggae Fest with my boy Shay. Very stoked and grateful to be here, man. We just played our first festival ever. Happy to be bringing the music, happy to be bringing the vibes. We're here at the merch tent, and just an honor. So thank you guys for tuning in.
And can you share the story behind the formation of your new band?
Yeah, man, so Aurorawave was something that I was wanting to start for a very fucking long time. It took some time to find the right members, to write the album, to finish the music, find the right direction of where I wanted to take this in. But I fully believe, as corny as it is, that what's meant to be is meant to be, and the universe had my back, and everything worked out fucking perfectly, and I feel like we're in a really great space, and everything worked out great, and the band is fucking chugging away, man, so it's incredible.
And how has your musical style evolved since your early days to now?
Musical style has evolved a lot, man. I come from a hardcore and metal background. That's where I started in music, Warped Tour era and bands like that, MySpace metal. So I did that for about 10 years of my life, from the time I was 10 years old until about 20. About 22 years old, I started playing reggae. I fell in love with reggae music and pursued a career in that for 10 years with a band called Ayatera. And with this band, it's kind of a fucking awesome fusion of both worlds, man, and it feels like a true honoring and a true cultivation of both of the worlds that raised me and both the worlds that defined my musical evolution. So I feel really fucking happy to be able to blend both genres and just create music that's from the heart and authentic and feels real and feels good to me.
Your music blends reggae with heavier genres like metal, like you just said. Growing up in that genre, it's really big influence on your music, as you can tell with this new group.
Yeah.
Is there any approach that you use to integrating those sounds?
The only approach is letting it flow freely from the fucking heart. In the past, I'd be writing songs to try and, cater to a certain style that I was really into at the time, but right now I feel like all the reins are off and I can just play the music that comes naturally, and it's awesome.
And for fans of yours that haven't seen your new group live yet, what could they expect from a live performance?
As always, man, you can expect fucking high energy, the best production possible that we're capable of. I do a lot of it myself. I do the lights, I do the video, I do most of the audio, and you can definitely count on just a fucking awesome, passionate, and powerful show.
And what do you hope that your fans take away from your music?
I hope that the fans take away a sense of freedom, first and foremost. To just be themselves and to not have to stay within any certain kind of borderlines that may be imposed on them in their own brain or from society or from people around them, and that they just feel empowered to fucking be the most truest, authentic version of themselves, whatever the fuck that means. As crazy as you are, as fucking wild as you are, as bold as you are, fucking embrace that shit and be yourself.
What have been some of the biggest challenges that you have faced creating this new group?
The challenges, honestly, that have come from making this group are just kind of what you would imagine. It's like we're starting from the fucking ground up and we're trying to come out swinging at a high level. So obviously the financial challenges were huge and required a lot of faith, But I'm a big believer in faith, and that if you put hard work and good intention into something, it's always going to fucking work out. So taking big bets on myself, and shout out to my wife for being down to take the risks with me when it comes to stuff like that. So we jumped into it fucking wheels on the ground, hitting the first tour, had to buy all new equipment for this band and just try to get this thing off the ground. So I would say those are the biggest challenges, but other than that, everything has been super, just flowing fucking beautifully, and the music is flowing beautifully. The chemistry between the band members is fucking amazing. Getting to come out here to these festivals and it just feels fucking natural and it feels right. Minimal challenges, mainly just financial, and how do we figure out how to get this thing standing on its own two legs. But other than that, it's all been flowing amazingly.
And are there any new upcoming projects that you guys are planning to do?
Yeah, man, so we dropped the first album. Today is August 4th. The first ever album came out on August 2nd, so thanks to everybody out there listening. We're working on the second album already, man. I got about 8 songs written for it already, and it's sounding fucking sick, because I feel like with the first album, it was kind of like finding our sound and experimenting with a lot of stuff. And since that process, we've been out here on the road, we've been playing live. The chemistry's been growing amongst the band, so I feel like we've been able to kind of pinpoint exactly who the fuck we are and what we want to sound like, and that's all going to really come together on album 2, which is exciting. And that's the main thing. We're also on tour all fucking year long, so come out and see us on tour. But mainly the project's in the works is record number 2. It's going to be incredible.
And that being said, what 2 bands would you say are your guys' biggest influence to your current sound now?
It changes a lot. The influences change a lot, but I would say at the moment, A Day to Remember. That's like my number 1, and probably Falling in Reverse. Yeah, some wild off the wall ones.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And what would you give as advice to a young child that's looking up to you as a musician and wants to do what you're doing?
First of all, I fucking love you. Keep that fire burning, man, because I found music and picked up my first guitar at 10 years old and just fell in love with it. And I feel like that passion and that intrigue from a young kid is something that we as adults need to encourage more and keep an eye out for. Every time I see a young kid who just like sees music and you can just see the fire light in his eyes, like we need to do everything in our power as adults to encourage that. So to all the kids, it's like, just keep going, keep making sure it makes you happy, and play as much music as you can. Practice is everything, man. And if you love it, no one needs to tell you to practice. It's all you want to fucking do, you know? For me, I sat around playing guitar for hours every day, and I think it's a really special thing, man. So if you're a young kid, just practice and just find the happiness in the music. And if you're like a young adult that's trying to get into the music industry, just keep going, man, because time and experience is everything. You'll find your footing. Make sure you're enjoying it every step of the way. It's supposed to be fun, you know, so never lose track of the funness of it all. And just put in the time, put in the effort, and you'll get where you're supposed to go.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. And in prior interviews, you've mentioned being a workaholic and a new father.
Yeah.
How do you balance your personal life with your demanding music career?
I'm dialing it in more all the time. It's never perfect, you know. First and foremost, man, being a dad is everything to me. So that's priority number 1, is being there for my son and making sure he's good. But with every single second of downtime that I do get, you know, when he's sleeping, when he's napping, if I get any hours free, every single second is spent on music. Trying hard, spending time with the whole family, you know. My wife and I try to carve out some time for ourselves. We give everything to the boy, you know, but I'm also like, I am a workaholic and I do love music and I have big dreams, and so every second that I can, I'm working on recording an album or working on the live show or making content to promote the music. And so it's just about like, yeah, you're going to be tired, you're going to be exhausted, you're going to be uninspired, but you still got to show up and do the work, you know?
Final thoughts?
Just grateful, man. I'm just really fucking grateful, and I'm very happy where I'm at. So to everybody that's out here rocking with us, I thank you guys. To all the fans that fucking love us judgment-free from the past and from everything, we're so fucking grateful for you because we're happy to be here, and I think it shows in our work, man. We're just fucking grateful, and we're happy to be here, and we love you guys, and thank you for allowing us to live our dreams.
Thank you for giving me this time, brother.
Shay, you're the fucking man. Guys, follow Shay. He's fucking awesome.
Music Coast.
Yeah, Music Coast. Follow Music Coast.
Fuck yeah, brother. Yeah.